Welcome to BARE Lifestyle, the podcast where we speak up and speak out about all taboo topics and make them normal and acceptable. You are invited to be curious, to try something new, and stay open to provocative perspectives. I'm your host, Simona Spark, a best-selling author, international speaker, transformational coach, and so many other things. Beyond anything else, I'm a woman who stopped following other people's rules and started creating my own. In this space, we are going to get naked by stripping away insecurities, self-judgments, and all kinds of limitations so we can reach in for the essence of who we really are, BARE. Beautiful, authentic, real, and ever evolving. Thanks for listening. Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome to BARE Lifestyle Podcast. I'm so happy that you are here. Celebrating with water, celebrating you, celebrating myself, celebrating everyone that are watching and listening. It's a big day today. I've decided to talk with you about BARE feelings. I have 3 coaching sessions for the past 2 days, and I got inspired by my clients to take a closer look to what feelings are and how do we manage our feelings. So over time, I noticed with my clients and with myself included, that the tendency is to avoid dealing with some emotions because we don't like how they feel. So of course there is a wide range of feelings, from or emotions, from bad feeling emotions to good feeling emotions, right? Here's what I come to discover, and I wanted to, maybe you don't hear it for the first time, but just I want to invite you to pause and sit with it for a minute. When we are worried about how, if, when, and how to manage our feelings, it's not so much about what do we feel as it is about how do we feel about what do we feel. Let me say that one more time. The fear is not coming from what we might feel. It's coming from how we might feel about what we might feel. And it's a very powerful process to look at, because how do we feel about what do we feel could go in 2 opposite directions, could empower us or could hurt us. And you could find this concept and other surfacing concepts as positive or negative talking, positive or negative thinking, right? All of these things trigger some emotions that make us feel good or make us feel bad. So let's talk about one feeling, sadness, right? How does sadness feels? First of all, how sadness feels for you is different than how sadness feels for me. Also, sadness feels differently for the same person, depends of the person, the event, the circumstance, the whatever that happened on your timeline, right? We get to experience sadness in one way. If we are in pain, we get to experience sadness differently. If we lost somebody, we experience sadness differently if somebody died, and so on and so on. So that's a very important piece first, to understand that the same feeling, you get to feel it in your own way, like nobody else on this planet, and you get to experience it differently, depends of the circumstance, depends of the event, the person, and so on. And the second big piece of it is like, what do you tell yourself when you are feeling sad? And this is where how we feel about what we feel come in place. Are you honoring that feeling? So then you are empowered, like you understand what it's coming from, you face it, you let it come through. Or are you judging yourself for feeling sad? And that, my friend, it's self-traumatizing. I talk about this before, in maybe in this space, but definitely in other spaces too. When we are on this journey of healing, we know where trauma is coming from. We put ourselves in spaces to face it, to heal it, to release it, right? And we got into a point where we got to say, okay, I'm pretty much clean now. I don't know if 100% exists. I don't know about that, but I will say I'm okay. I heal almost everything from my past. This is where I am now. I know who I am now, and I know where I'm going, and I'm working towards that. So at this point, there is no space for trauma. We no longer could blame our parents or our teachers for the belief that we created, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, or whatever, or for how we behave or for who we are, right? We already cleaned that up. So the only trauma, and I'm specifically talking about emotional trauma, that could happen today is from ourselves. That is so powerful. We are completely in charge if we allow or not emotional trauma to come to us. And it's coming from two different sources. One, it's people from outside that we allow them to treat us, to hurt our feelings, right? And the other one, the most important one, is ourselves. We self-traumatize and we self-abuse every time we judge ourselves about everything, how we look, how we show up, how we feel, how this, how that. So pay attention to the hows, right? Because that's the process. We rapidly take a what and we transform it into a how. What do I do? How can I be doing that? Judgment. What do I feel? How do I feel about what do I feel? And so on. So every time we do that, we self-abuse, we self-traumatize. And I think it's important to pay attention to those pieces. So this conversation, it's coming down to get curious, experiment, learn, practice. How do you experience each feeling? Identify what the feeling is, and then pay attention to how do you feel about what do you feel. So I'll be curious how this resonates with you. Please leave it in the comments, or you could email me directly to transformation@simonaspark.com. And if you want to give yourself a space where you could explore this in a very intimate container, remember that we have a BARE Woman retreat coming up next month in San Diego, California. So open the description below, check out all the details. I do offer $500 off to the first 3 registrants. So I don't know when you hear this, if that's still available or not, but feel free to email me if you are interested to join us to our women retreat. And ask for the $500 off. This is one piece of the work that we are about to do at the retreat, but of course it's gonna be personalized, and we are taking it deeper, and we also do the integration work that it's coming with that, and many other pieces, part of the whole BARE experience. All the pieces that we need to heal, release, love, accept, so we could really tap into the essence of who we really are, a BARE. Beautiful, authentic, real, and ever evolving, and with no judgment, like fully expressing confidently what we think and feel. So we could show up powerful in the world, right? As exactly who we are authentically. So that's what I have for today. I thank you so much for being here. Please rate us. I keep forgetting to ask this, to rate us, to share this conversation with those around you that you might think that they could benefit from. And most importantly, let me know how this resonates for you, again, in the comments, or you could just email me directly to transformation@simonaspark.com. Okay, until next time, I wish you an amazing day, a fantastic week. Take care of your feelings and have a BARE lifestyle. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. I would love to hear from you. What inspired you? What triggered you? And what interests you? Please join the conversation by leaving your comments and your insights. Explore more about BARE experience at simonaspark.com/BARE. I hope you listen, follow, rate, and review all of our episodes. I can't wait to have you back. Till then, be BARE. Beautiful, authentic, real, and ever evolving.